Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel, Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we will talk about the textures for accompaniment, composing and arranging. And it's actually just a certain idea which one time when I was working on chord melody by myself, which is certain like a realization or idea I had, and which led me actually into making this little collection here of different textures, different ways to sing, different ways to compose, different textures to use in your when you are comping for somebody, for a soloist, or like for composing and arranging. And also down in the description below you find the PDF for this lesson to just get that as a reference. But of course also downloading the page helps I mean, you're supporting this channel. Okay, let me just give you this basic realization, this idea. I suddenly came to my mind and opened a lot of things, and it's actually so obvious, but at the same time sometimes we are in a certain kind of a mode where we don't think the other possibilities. I mean, this is like actually a normal thing in life, I think. But also thinking in a certain kind of texture. Like if we work on chord melody, for example, if we have a jazz standard, it's like I don't know, jazz standard like Beautiful Love or whatever. If we work on a chord melody arrangement for anything, we are mostly in a certain kind of a mode. And this mode, in this case, could be just 4-note structures. Yeah, 4-note structures and certain kind of also a tension level with having 7th chords and try to have like some other extensions also there happening. But basically we were thinking 4-note structures. Yeah. And while we are doing that, while we are sitting down and try to harmonize every melody note, or to find a nice chord for every melodic situation, for every chord change, for every measure, to find a nice chord, we tend to really stick into that. We are in a way, without really noticing that, we are often, I think, I mean, I can only speak about myself, of course, but I think that's a general thing, that we are locked into that kind of mode. We are locked into, okay, 4-note structures. Occasionally we might use a 3-note structure or maybe another note, the bass note, so actually adding a kind of a 5th note. But that's something we really consider in a way. That's something that goes out of our texture, our approach here. Yeah, and also like voice leading and everything will be a little bit messy then when we suddenly have more or less notes. Yeah, so all kinds of also like the density, the quality of the texture, like. Of course, like a 4-note structure has like a different quality than a 3-note structure. It's a different sound. You're dealing with a different texture. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is to be aware that you can do anything at any time. That's a really once you have that in your awareness, that's it frees you of a lot of things. I remember actually having I remember a concert of a work by Dmitri Shostakovich. I do not really remember the name. It was like orchestra with just a low like bass or baritone voice and orchestra, and it was so impressive for myself how what he did with all these different colors of the orchestra, because he was just very deliberately choosing like only the violins, and then plus the cellos, and then no strings anymore, and this was so interesting, so impressive for me, this idea of just really deliberately choosing the right color for that moment, to express certain kind of a thing, certain kind of a mood or whatever. In a text, of course, I think it's really related to the lyrics, but I don't speak Russian, so I mean just a very little bit. Okay, so what I listed here is just a list of as many different textures I came up with. So we have like Tarzet, we can just have just the melody suddenly, you know, like just. Yeah, I think this was a good example, because there was just Tarzet, there were like 3-note structures, 4-note structures, this is a 5-note structures, and this kind of an idea to really just pick a texture and break, you are able to break that mode at any time and just do another thing, and really have this as a kind of a different colors, it's like a toolkit, you know, you can just apply, and the idea here was to really have that kind of a list, which you take, so get the PDF, which you take when you work on chord melody, for example, or when you want to arrange something for guitar, and think about, okay, I have that melody now, what kind of a chord can I find there, and especially like over progressions, to do that. Like a jazz standard would be like a typical thing, or just a song, or just working out chord melody. And then you have this list in front of you, and then you can while doing that, yeah, for example, you found something, and you're landing on that's a pickup. You are here now. And then you take a look at that list, and then you see the first thing is Tarzet. Ah, okay. It's possible to have no chord at all at that place, at that spot. It's possible. And I would never get this idea if I think about chord melody. Yeah, I think, oh, this is a chord. I have to show every chord. Every chord must be there. But why, actually? Huh? Maybe I can do. Something, you know. I mean, I think you get this idea. I mean, just free yourself of that demon, which takes you and says, I want to have 4-note structures. Stay with me. I will not let you go. I mean, it's a bit extreme, this thing, but it's a feeling, you know. It's a feeling. It was a kind of real realization when I had that. I was working on a folk song actually for my trio Rosenrot, where we play like German folk songs, and I arrange them, and the first thing I do, I try to find a nice version for the guitar for that, and we already had some chord melody arrangements here, of also at least two folk songs. But anyway, and then I sit down and then try to find a nice chord melody arrangement, and then that's actually what happened. I did like different versions of that. I try to make a very simple version, a 2-part version, a 3-part version, a kind of more complex version with more like interesting tensions and whatever, like different styles, more classical, more jazz. Just I just try to make a real good arrangement in a certain mode, and then I was always thinking, yeah, I mean that's nice there, and that's nice there, in this kind of a style, this progression there, this part of the melody is really working that way, and I felt I have to decide. I have to decide to stick to one of those possibilities. And then it really appeared to me, I mean, it was really like opened my eyes and later on my ears too, that I can just freely use any of those, and I can move in that direction and that direction, and then I did that and worked out things. I have to admit that I was not yet really comfortable with that. I mean, but I think I also took it maybe more to a kind of extreme in a way. It's really, it should be like a natural process, right? You should start somewhere. So I have a 3-note structure here. Maybe I do voice leading kind of a thing. Or something like that. And now I mean something maybe more intervallic than, but the idea is just you have this page in front of you, you have all these different possibilities, and then while you are arranging this chord melody thing, while you making a chord melody arrangement, you look at the page and see what else can you do, what kind of mode you can go now, that you can move to now, that you can break the actual thing you are doing right now, yeah? And to have just this as a kind of an inspiration, to just be inspired to say, okay, I'm there now, 3-note structures, what is possible, what else is possible? And sometimes I think it's good to have that sheet, because it's really very quick when you are, for example, with 3-note structures, you get locked into that and you don't see anything anymore. You are so much there, and then suddenly you see there and there, okay, what is it? Ostinato figure. Oh my God, ostinato figure. I did not really at all thought about that. So for example, an ostinato figure could be like just that, for example, and of course it has to change also in a progression. So yeah. I mean, something like that. I mean, I'm always when I want to demonstrate stuff, you know, I'm always not happy with what I'm doing, because I feel like there's so many possibilities, and it could be so much better, and it will when you really sit down and work on these little things, and every note is right, and then it's really like then I'm satisfied. Also with students sometimes, you know, can you teach me a chord melody arrangement for Stella by Starlight, like a jazz standard? And then I'm able to just play one, you know, I mean, just make it up and that's it. But no, then I really come into that. I start maybe just simple, okay, yeah, let's what is it? yeah, but then I'm thinking, oh, some voice leading going on, and then I'm really into that, you know, and then I think it needs some time. I would like to say to my student, please go for a walk now and come back in 5 hours, and then I show you a great chord melody arrangement of Stella by Starlight. It's fascinating in a way, because the material we're dealing with when we do like a chord melody thing, it's so incredibly incredible, like complex. There's so many possibilities. I mean, you see that there, the list. You know, you have so many possibilities, and yeah, so it's quite a challenge, and there are a lot of possibilities. Yeah, I'm repeating myself here. So this idea, actually, also what's written there comes to my mind. Beside this Shostakovich piece I heard is Alfred Schnittke. He's a composer, and he what I heard about his concepts. I never really studied his music, but when you hear his music, you can really detect this kind of a concept. This is like a collage technique, and this is very related to what we are dealing with here. This is the idea to just change style, and think of really also like cliche sounds, but to change them in a piece. You know, to go from a more baroque thing to a really atonal thing, and this is really interesting. This is also this collage technique, and this is like, it's extremely great when you find a way to tell a story. You know, when it's not like this, and that's what I feel, what I heard with Alfred Schnittke's music. That is really something what is really great. I mean, you really recognize things. Oh, I heard that before. That's really that, but it's progressing, and it's yeah, sometimes also like really like there's a break and there's something else, but at the end you have really the feeling this whole thing is just one, but it shows all different kinds of colors, and uses all kinds of different tools to tell its story. So it's not really, the idea is not to do something extreme, or like to have a really advanced, completely new thing happening here and surprise everybody with some really hip and cool stuff. No, it's actually just, you have your thing, what you're telling, your story, your yeah, what's your topic? I mean, the song, the melody, the atmosphere, the mood of the melody, and its development, and then you just pick the right textures, what is really fitting, and it really opens, the whole thing really opens up. If you have this awareness, I can do anything at any time. It just have to fit into the whole, in a way. It has to tell a story somehow, and the way you're doing that is by just going step by step. Yeah, you start with a chord melody arrangement. You pick a certain sound. Maybe you can already look at that page and think, okay, what might be interesting here to use? Yeah, whatever your the reasons for your decisions are, and then you start. You have the first chord, maybe a second chord, and then you take a look at that page and just get inspired, and just to just quickly open all the doors and look. 3-note structures, 4-note structures, tacit, noise. That's also something. Noise. I can just do noise. You know, I can do like. We we have noise there anyway. I mean, this is just some weird stuff I'm just making up here, but why not? I mean, you have all these possibilities, and you have there are no limits. You are free, you know. You are free to choose. Just follow your story. Yeah. All right. I hope you got this idea. I mean, as I said, for me it was really like a strong realization that I felt, wow, I actually can do anything. So I'm just open and will just deliberately choose the texture I want in that moment. Yeah, and then I can also break it. Yeah, to change to a different texture, to a different thinking. More polyphonic, more whatever. I mean, all different kinds of possibilities. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I hope it came across somehow, and I hope you get inspired. And if you really understood that and you want to make your own chord melody arrangement and really consider these things, I would be really happy to hear it also, to hear what you make with that and how maybe it changed the normal way you're doing like a chord melody thing. And so let me know. Down in the comment field below, I'm always open for any suggestions maybe you have some problems, some confusion with certain things, with explanations, or you would like to go more into something, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button to also get notifications when a new video will be released, because that's the case every week. And also you can go down in the description below. There's a link to my website, huphildenbrand.com, the Guitar Academia page there. There's a button where you can donate to support my work here on this channel. This would be really cool. I would really appreciate that, and also that shows that you really value the stuff you get here, the stuff what I'm sharing here with you. And yeah, would be really cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. My name is Hup Hildenbrand.